All right, so you're heading to the incredible city of Medellín. Awesome choice. But, the last thing you want is for your amazing trip to hit a massive wall the second you land. So today, we're going to break down how to handle the Jose Maria Cordova International Airport like a total pro so you can get from that plane to the city without any of the usual tourist headaches. I want you to picture this. You've just landed after a long flight, you're exhausted, but you are so excited, you're dreaming of those fresh arepas, that perfect Medellin weather, and then, bam, you see it, a 6-hour line for immigration. Yeah, 6 hours. And that's not an exaggeration. It can totally happen, especially if you land during a big festival like the Feria de las Flores when the airport is just swamped. But here's the good news. That nightmare scenario, it doesn't have to be your story. So the big question is, how do you get that time back? How do you actually start your vacation when you land instead of in line? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to give you the game plan, the step-by-step guide to get you through that airport and into the city like you've been doing it for years. Okay, let's dive right in. First up, your documents. Look, a smooth arrival doesn't just happen when the plane's wheels touch down. Nope. It starts way before that, with a little bit of prep. Getting your paperwork sorted is absolutely foundational to a stress-free start. All right, there are 3 things you absolutely positively have to have ready. Number 1, your passport. Obvious, right? Number 2 is the DIAN 530 form. This is just the official customs declaration, and you can fill it out online before you go, which I highly recommend. And number 3, you need proof that you're leaving, like a return ticket. Just having those 3 things in your hand is like your first major win. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty here, because this is super important. Your passport has to be valid for at least 6 months from the day you enter Colombia. Seriously, this is a classic mistake that trips people up all the time and can ruin everything. But the good news is, if you're from the US or many other countries, you probably don't need a visa for a short trip. They'll just stamp your passport for a 30-day stay right there at the counter. Easy. And listen, this might sound simple, but please, double-check everything you fill out. A tiny typo on that DIN form, one wrong number from your passport, that's all it takes to cause a totally avoidable delay. Just take that extra 60 seconds to look it over. It is the easiest way to save yourself a massive headache. Okay, so your documents are ready to go. Awesome. Now let's level up our strategy. We're talking about timing. Because being prepared is one thing, but being smart about when you show up, that is a whole other level. So, how much does timing actually matter? Get this, a whopping 40% of all delays at customs are just from people landing at the wrong time. 40%. That means you can wipe out almost half the potential frustration just by picking a smarter flight. That's huge. So what is the right time? Well, this chart here tells the whole story. The absolute red zone, the time you want to avoid at all costs, is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You could be waiting an hour and a half, maybe even longer. But the sweet spot, that green zone, that's early morning, between 6 and 9 a.m. We're talking 15 to 30 minutes. I mean, the difference is just night and day. And hey, if you're a tech person, here's a little hack for you. There are apps out there, something like AeroClick, that let you check the queue times in real time. How cool is that? You can literally know what you're getting into before you even get off the plane. All right, but what if you don't want to leave anything to chance? What if you want to guarantee you breeze right through? Well, there is another option. This is the real pro move, the VIP Fast Track service. And I mean, the difference is just crazy. You've got the standard line, endless waiting, that feeling of, are we ever going to move, just stress. And then you have the fast track. You just walk past all of that, you get treated like a VIP, and you get that sweet, sweet peace of mind. For a lot of people, that is worth its weight in gold. And it's not just about skipping the line either. These services are the whole package. We're talking quick security, quick immigration, someone meeting you right when you get off the plane, access to fancy lounges, and even help with your bags and paperwork. It's the definition of a seamless, stress-free arrival. Okay, so we've covered the paperwork, the timing, and the VIP route. But now it's time for the real secrets, the stuff that guidebooks don't tell you. This is the local wisdom that can completely change your trip. First up, straight from a local. They'll say, parce, travel light. And parce is just what they call a friend, a buddy. The logic here is so simple. The less stuff you have, the faster you get through customs after immigration. If you can do a carry-on only, you are golden. I love this next one. It's from a taxi driver named Juan Pablo. He says, "Parece, if you land during that crazy peak time and the line is insane, don't freak out. Just accept it.
Go grab a tinto, that's a small, strong black coffee from the Juan Valdez and Arrivals, find a seat, and just chill. Sometimes the smartest move is to just relax and get on local time.
And here are a few more quick ones for you. Learn a little Spanish, even just the basics. It goes a really long way. Download a few local apps for updates on the go. And hey, once you're finally through, ask the airport staff or your cab driver where they like to eat. They'll point you to the good stuff, not the tourist traps.
So there you go. That's the playbook. You know what papers you need, you know the best and worst times to land, you've got the VIP option in your back pocket, and you've even got some secrets from the locals. The only question left is, are you ready to hit Medellín like an insider and not just another tourist?